All right, for this page on the investigation, we're looking at the reference angles for 0 degrees or 90 degrees or maybe no reference angle, depending on how you look at it. So that means we're going to be labeling all the points and all the angles that are on the x and y axis. So let's start with degrees. This is 0 degrees, and it's also 0 radians. Okay, then we get to 90 degrees, and this is a half of pi, or pi over 2 radians. Because once you get to this point, this is pi radians, or 180 degrees, making this point 1/2 of that distance. And when we get to this angle right here, well, that's like 270 degrees, 90 degrees more than 180, or a half pi more than pi, what we call 3/2 pi, or 3 pi over 2. And then again, if you get all the way around the circle here, all the way around the circle will get you to 2 pi radians. 2 pi radians, or 180 degrees. Oops, 360 degrees for sure. Is all the way around the circle. Okay. So importantly, those are our angles. And actually, this is one of the easiest one to label the coordinates for, because this is the unit circle. Any radius of this circle is 1 unit long. So we're always going 1 unit to the end of the circle. Okay, we're always going 1 unit to the end of the circle, or to the edge of the circle. So when we write the coordinates of this point, this is our origin, 0, 0. So when we're talking about this point, we go 1 unit to the right, which is positive, and we go 0 units up or down. When we're talking about 90 degrees or pi over 2, we're looking at that point. Well, we went 0 units left or right, so our x-coordinate is 0, and 1 unit up to the top. So that's a positive 1. Again, we're starting at 0, 0. This time, we'll go to this point right here. Well, that's going to the left 1 unit, so that's -1, and it's 0 units away from the x-axis. And lastly, we got this point right here at 270 degrees, or 3 pi over 2. We go 0 units left or right, and we go 1 unit down to that point. And so that's going to be 0, -1. So we essentially have the 4 points of what we call the quadrantal angles, the angles on the x and y axis.